Well, I was working at Apple, and my boss was a guy by the name of Roy Weaver, and Bill was Roy's boss. So he was my boss's boss. And it was through some pretty crazy years at Apple, just extraordinary growth and a million challenges and very, very fast-paced, very hardworking. And we ran into some kind of political problems relative to how we organize distribution, and I ended up having to work with Bill pretty closely on trying to sort through those issues and how we move forward. So that's kind of how I got to know Bill. Then when Bill created Claris and was trying to figure out who his executive team was going to be, I don't even remember if I reached out to him or he reached out to me, but we connected on that, and he hired me as a member of his founding executive team to create Claris. So then I worked directly for him on his team for a number of years. Well, Bill, first of all, is a very charismatic guy. He's just an enjoyable guy to be with. He's fun, he's interesting, he's intelligent. But, you know, I just have to say I've learned a huge amount from Bill Campbell. He's taught me how critical integrity is as foundational to everything you do. He's taught me how the people part is just fundamental. You can't do anything unless you've got great people working for you. So selecting and placing those people is a huge part of your job as a leader. He's taught me about business process. I effectively follow his business processes in the companies that I've created since then, of just how you organize yourself, how you communicate, how you structure a company. He's been an MBA on top of my MBA is watching Bill. And he's also taught me about kind of the interaction between strategy and tactics, how it's just critical to have the right strategy and to understand the strategic implications of what you're doing. But equally important is great execution, and that you can't have one without the other. And Bill is phenomenal at both. He's an incredible strategist, and in addition, he's an amazing tactician and really understands the nitty-gritty details of how things work. Bill is known through Silicon Valley for being the coach of Silicon Valley. And this is really justified. It started with the fact that he was a football coach at Columbia. And I used to always laugh about this because no matter how much he accomplished, every article always seemed to start former football coach Bill Campbell. But it really evolved into him being a coach of leaders in Silicon Valley. And he has coached so many people, innumerable people, on all the things I've talked about before, about how to select the right people, about how to operate with integrity, about how to marry strategy and tactics and do both well. And Bill has had huge influence throughout Silicon Valley on some of the key companies in terms of developing a real leadership position. Bill really listens to people. It's amazing how few people actually listen to other people. They kind of pretend to listen, but then they go on and say whatever they were going to say. When you meet with Bill, you really feel that Bill is listening to what your issues are. He's putting them in some construct where he can add some value, and he cares about the result. He cares about your success. And I think it's that simple. He listens and he cares, and he's smart so he can add value. And that combination is very powerful, and it's rarer than you might think. I think Bill is quite uniquely talented in all those things. Hey Bill, congratulations. Happy to see you get this honor and the many other deserved honors over your incredible career. Thank you for everything you've taught me.